Hey, Pastor Mike here on location from Bean Rocks. Unbelievable view. It's a little windy today, but when you look at that view behind me, you kind of almost forget that there's things going on in the world that are bad. You forget about calamity. You forget about all the stuff we've been talking about, and you just see the beauty from a bigger picture. And I think sometimes God wants to remind us of that bigger picture, that we're part of something bigger. This is how He sees things from afar. He's got the big picture. But the temptation is to look at that and forget about the details. And the beauty of what God is doing is He also knows the very hairs on your head are numbered. He knows what you are going through personally. He knows what each of us is going through. So not only this big picture from the top of this rock, but also the details of what we're going through. Listen to this from Psalm 40. I waited patiently for the Lord. He inclined to me and heard my cry. He drew me up from the pit of destruction, out of the miry bog, and set my feet upon a rock, making my steps secure. He put a new song in my mouth, a song of praise to our God. Many will see and fear and put their trust in the Lord. As for you, O Lord, you will not restrain your mercy from me. Your steadfast love and your faithfulness will ever preserve me. For evils have encompassed me beyond number. My iniquities have overtaken me, and I cannot see. They are more than the hairs of my head. My heart fails me. Be pleased, O Lord, to deliver me, O Lord. Make haste to help me. But may all who seek you rejoice and be glad in you. May those who love your salvation say continually, great is the Lord. As for me, I am poor and needy, but the Lord takes thought of me. You are my help and my deliverer. Do not delay, O my God. So I hope somehow you can find a mountaintop experience like this, to get perspective, to see the beauty of what God is doing. But inevitably, you're going to have to come off of the mountain back into the world. And there's a passage in the New Testament where that happened with Jesus. He took 3 people up on the mountain, was transfigured, they realized who He was, and then when He went back down, He was right down into the grumbling and complaining and people complaining about His disciples, and He says, oh, you perverse generation, how long do I have to put up with you? So there's always this balance between the big picture beauty and the nuts and bolts of the details. And I want to encourage you, do not fear, for God is with you. I read a quote by Louis Giglio. He said, fear is faith in the enemy. What do you think of that? Fear is actually faith in the enemy. It's not trusting in God. It's not realizing that God is in control. It's putting more trust in the enemy. I would encourage you, do not do that.